That because of him only this nation has progressed now. And if my Dadaji was not there, this thing would have been totally useless here. और उन्होंने यहीं पर रेलवे लाइन इन्हीं के वजह से बिछा दी गई है, और ये रोड जो है उन्हीं के नाम से हो रहा है. वो बिल्डिंग आप देख रहे हैं, हाँ कौन सी, वो पुरानी, हाँ वो दादाजी ने बनाई थी. So like that, I am from a very royal and wonderful family. It's nice fun actually. So adhyo bhi janavan asmi. Sadrusho maya kaha anyah asti sadrusha. Who is there like me in this world? Compared to me, nobody is there equal to me. I am the most lucky and most wonderful person. Kaha anya. So this is all abhiman, this is all pride, vanity, arrogance. It's described here. But this is nothing but the pride of a person, arrogance of a person. And such person never bends down. Even when that person comes to temple and all, he comes as though the king has come. So even Bhagwan should get up and welcome him. That type of attitude the person has got. Even while coming to the Lord, they will come like, sometimes they come to as a obligation to Bhagwan. Then they will come, and then behind them lot of people. Sometimes black cat, white cat, all those people also are there. Then he will this. And first he will enter try to enter with his shoes only. Then somebody will say, Arey, oh, nahi. Then that shoes will be removed forcefully. Then that person will come and he will stand there. And Panditji and all will do the arati specially for him. So all this type of thing, that even Bhagwan is below them. He says, oh, I am the great. Kaha anyah asti sadrusho maya. Who is there like me? And such people you will find in different field. They might be found in the religious field also. He says, I will do the yajna, yakshe, I will perform the special yajna. We will do. And there actually the main thing will be presenting not the greatness of the Lord, but their own greatness. That how I am wealthy and I can have a special yajna, and 100 pandits will be flown from another part of the country, and then a huge ayojan will be done, and bada pandal and all, and special facilities and all, loudspeaker, this, that, lights everywhere. And bada ayojan and all, people will be welcomed with nariyal and all sorts of things. So I can do the yajna, so that people should recognize, Arey Baap Re, unhone bada acha yajna kiya. It is not about worshipping God, but it is like presenting oneself as a great devotee and a dharmic person also. See, people actually, they want respect from others. They want others should say they are good. And sometimes if people respect a good person, dharmic person, then they will create a show of dharma also. That I have done and all this ayojan is done. So sometimes they built a temple and Bhagwan's first class murti is there, but uske niche they will put their own name and all, something like that. And slowly people will recognize the temple by name only, their name, rather than Bhagwan's name. वो कृष्ण भगवान का टेम्पल कौन सा, वो शर्मा जी का टेम्पल, हाँ वो वहाँ पर है. नहीं, कृष्ण ही है, लेकिन शर्मा जी ने बनाया है, उन्हीं का टेम्पल है, उन्हीं के नाम से वो बहुत फेमस है. किसी को वो पूछ ले शर्मा जी का टेम्पल का. So like that, the God becomes secondary, but their yajna and becomes primary. So yakshe dasyami, I will give dana. My dana will be remembered in the whole world. So I will give. So they will give dana also. Lot of wealth they have, and they will distribute also and make a big show of it, and everyone will know, Arey Baap Re, he has given dana. So dasyami. See, this is the tendency is recognized. One cannot cheat. It is recognized. The Lord Himself recognizes this negative as well as positive tendencies. So we cannot cheat Bhagwan. So yakshe dasyami modishye, I will rejoice. I am the one who knows how to enjoy life, so I will rejoice. Iti ajnana vimohitaha. Thus thinking, this thinking itself is a negative thinking and caused by ajnana. So this person is totally deluded by ajnana, by ignorance, faulty understanding of life. Life is so short, so flimsy. This fellow might any time collapse, die, and be born in the same locality in a poor family also, or God knows where. So it is all flimsy thing. It's like being very proud about our dream, that I am the king in my dream and all. That fellow will wake up and find himself a beggar somewhere. So it's a temporary, all this phenomena of this world is highly temporary. Our life is highly temporary. How long one lives and what, we don't know. And within this short time, one has got so much of abhiman. Even Bhaja Govindam Bhagavan says, Nalini dalagata jalamati taralam tadvat jivitam atishaya chapalam vidhi vyadhyabhimana grastam lokam shokahatancha samastam. That it's, the whole life is so flimsy and so temporary. It's like the water on the lotus leaf. How long it will remain there, we don't know. And suddenly the water falls off. Similarly, our life is so temporary. And that also is filled with so much of sorrow, pain, disease. But still people have abhiman and they lose sight of their main goal. The life just goes by. Opportunity is lost of recognizing and realizing our own self. We are totally caught up with our life, acquiring things for our livelihood. See, even animal, birds and all, they also don't worry so much about their livelihood as much as human beings worry. So our whole life goes in earning our livelihood and taking care of our desires and other passions, and forget the main purpose of our life, of gaining that state of enlightenment. So adhyoham yakshe dasyami modishye iti ajnana vimohitaha. Thus this person, this thinking is all confusion caused by ajnana, moha. Moha is not to know things as they are, not to know what is my duty, what is my goal in life, what gives real happiness, where lies happiness and where lies sorrow, where lies the freedom and where lies bondage. All this is not understood clearly. Neither himself understands nor does he listen to anybody else. So such is the state of this Asuri person. Bhagavan describes in detail, but then he will also give the solution. If we have little bit of these qualities, how we should overcome them and how to gain the supreme state of enlightenment, that also Bhagavan will tell us. And that is the beauty of this Bhagavad Gita. It is not to create a dark picture, but to show us what is the problem and also then tell us the solution. Because unless the problem is described in minute detail, one may not understand the gravity of it. So that is described here, and Bhagavan gives us the solution also. So such people who think that they are very powerful and they are very happy and all, but really speaking they are quite miserable, and their life is leading them into more and more sorrow and pain. So that is what Bhagavan says in the next verse. Aneka chitta vibhranta Aneka chitta vibhrantaha mohajala samavrataha prasakta kama bhogeshu patanti narakeshu chau Aneka chitta vibhrantaha Such people who may consider themselves as great and Ishvara and very happy and all, but really speaking, Bhagavan says they are deluded in various ways. Aneka chitta vibhrantaha. Through their thinking, wild thinking and fanciful ideas about life and all, in various ways they are deluded. Aneka chitta vibhrantaha. Bhranta means deluded. Totally deluded by their different types of thinking. And see, our philosophy, our convictions, if they are faulty, convictions, it takes time to change, because therefore they are called convictions. If we have faulty conviction, then that might remain throughout the life also, unless one comes across a powerful satsang. Our faulty conviction can remain faulty throughout the life. Because people, they will rather die than give up their conviction. So, if the convictions are wrong, if faulty, negative, non-holistic, then such person will spoil his or her entire life. So, aneka chitta vibhrantaha. Therefore, when we do satsang, our faulty convictions get shattered. Actually, when one goes into for this satsang, and when we learn, when we listen to our scriptures and all, lot of our faulty convictions get dropped. It is like rewiring takes place. It is like put in a computer language to say, it is like putting a new software, like updating. So faulty conviction falls down and we update. So it happens like that. So our idea about ourselves suddenly undergoes change and modification. When we begin our satsang, we begin with the idea that I am a little person, miserable, a jiva, born and will die. But when we attend satsang, we come to know that I am divine, that I am that pure consciousness which neither takes birth nor does it die. First time when we hear, it comes like a stunning statement, and slowly it sinks into our system and we become more and more convinced about it. So satsang is to transform our negative conviction into a positive one and make it more and more strong, more and more powerful. But if it is this opportunity of satsang doesn't happen, then that person can remain negative throughout the whole life. It happened with Valmiki. Valmiki also had his own faulty conviction and faulty philosophy of life before he met Naradji. He also thought that I have to earn my living and take care of my family, and whatever be the means, it doesn't matter. I can use my Robin Hood means and I can earn So whoever is to pass by in the forest is to have one danda, small one, and is to put it on their head and snatch away their money. Because they are having so much money, why not give it to me also? And I am not doing it for myself. मैं तो मेरे बच्चों को और उनको खिलाने के लिए करता हूँ, नहीं? So I am not doing it for myself. One person was asking for money. He said, please give some money for a poor lady. The husband is not taking care of her properly. Children are suffering. Please give some money for her. So people were quite this. They said, yes, we will give. But who is that person? He said, she is my wife. So some people use all sorts of methods to earn money. So Valmiki is to do this. And he thought that that is the best thing. Then he met Naradji. Naradji told him that this is no way to behave. This is not proper. It is unrighteous. And you feel that you will get money like that, and without much effort, but you will lose. In the long run, you will lose. You will go to hell, you will suffer, and nobody will partake of your suffering. They will not share. So suddenly he came to know what is right, what is wrong, and he decided to drop all the negative tendencies and behavior and became a great saint. So this is possible through satsang. We can drop our conviction. Therefore, satsang is very important. It constantly updates our system and takes us closer and closer to our final goal. But those who don't have this, they get caught up in these fanciful ideas and wrong conviction. So, aneka chitta vibhrantaha mohajala samavrataha, and they are totally caught in the, entangled in the snare of delusion, mohajala, caught up in that snare of delusion. So delusion is like a snare only. One tries to come out of it and gets more and more caught. See, our whole life is guided by our thinking, our ideas, and if they are faulty, then where the person's life will move, nobody can tell. So moha jala, it's like a person is blindfolded and is left alone in the forest. Where that person will go and which animal will kill him and all, nobody can tell. Where he will fall and what suffering will be there, nobody, because he is totally blindfolded, doesn't know where he is going. Similarly, people might know what restaurant is available, but where is your life going? Is it going towards in the proper direction, or are you living just a uncharted life? So that we should ask ourselves. So moha jala samavrataha and prasaktaha kama bhogeshu, and such people, Bhagavan says, they are addicted, they are extremely attached. See, one is saktaha, attachment. Prasaktaha means prakarshena saktaha, very strongly attached, means addicted. To what? Kama bhogeshu, to the pleasures of their desire. Pleasures of those, when the desires get fulfilled or those objects are obtained, to gain those pleasure in those objects and fulfillment of desires itself is their main goal, and they are totally attached to it. It's addiction. Prasaktaha. See, one may understand in the world addiction to some alcohol or drugs and this and that, but there is addiction to pleasures also, other pleasures of life, and also to objects of desires. Addiction is that which prevents a person from free thinking and shifting one's attention towards the higher. So prasaktaha kama bhogeshu, and Bhagavan says patanti narakesh ashuchau, and such people, they fall down. They fall down. They might think that they are the great king and they are the Lord and all happy and all, but Bhagavan says their whole direction is such that they ultimately fall down. Where? Narake, in hell. What type of hell? Ashuchau, in impure hell. Hell is that which gives tremendous sorrow and suffering. And it becomes so painful, even if a person wants to help them and bring them out of